features remain taciturn. A man's man, a touch chauvinistic, he would admit. He prefers male company when it comes to the cut and thrust of police work. But his regular DS is on annual leave, and his chief's rota has dealt him an unfamiliar hand. This, allied with the annoying curtailment of his fishing trip, is more likely the source of his dismay than what she wears. He pushes open the door in a careless manner, causing her to take a sudden step backward. "Call us Gov, will you? I'm more used to it from that cockney layabout Leighton." "Yes, sir. Gov." He shoots her a sideways glance and sees that her gaze has been drawn to his attire. He has revealed himself to be sporting threadbare brown corduroys, a faded olive-green T-shirt, and a scale-spangled taupe gilet, hanging with jangling angling paraphernalia. These are lived-in favourites, owned for the best part of a decade and laundered only slightly more often. "Aye?" You came in a bit of a hurry too, Gov." Though her tone is sympathetic, he remains defensive. "This is professional fishing gear. Cost a packet." Bewildeth Hall is typical of the many small Victorian hotels scattered throughout the Lake District. Dressed grey slate stone, a modern bedroom block added at the back, lots of jutting eaves and mossy tiles, and mature grounds where rhododendrons strain like ravenous tethered goats, eager to gobble up what remains of the gardens. A portly middle-aged constable stands yawning to attention on the stone steps. He seems to salute the two detectives, but in fact is just shielding his eyes from the early morning sunlight, now slanting over the eastern fells. He stares quizzically as he notices their unconventional apparel. "Hey up, Art." Skelgill acknowledges the older man, the long-time local bobby for Bewaldeth and Snittlegarth, then adds, pointing by way of explanation, "Me fishing, her dancing." "What's the story here?" "Young Dodd's guarding room 10 where the body is. The doc's in there too, just arrived. Lot of blood. Knife job, I reckon. The owner's back in her cottage behind the hotel. Advertising agencies booked out the whole place for the weekend. Dead lad's one of the two business partners." He consults his notebook. "Name of Trigilgis. Ivan. 33. His wife's in part with t'other partner, Lord Goldsmith, also 33, and his missus. WPC on the way, Socko on the way. I've told all the rest to stay at Residence Lounge. Most of them are still gattered." He makes a drinking motion and then purses his lips. "Ooh, some fit lasses, Skelly lad." Skelgill steals a sidelong glance in the direction of his assistant, but she has not reacted to this latter remark. "Behave, Arthur." Skelgill nods his appreciation and leads the way into a square entrance hall, heavily beamed and adorned with paintings of African battle scenes with red-coated soldiers, staring stuffed animals, antique rifles and various tribal artifacts, feathered spears and great machete-like knives. D.S. Jones hesitates as if to comment on the frightening arsenal, but Skelgill instinctively bangs through a swing door guarded by 2 suits of armour. It opens on a corridor with windows on the right-hand side and a row of doors on the left. At the far end, the aforementioned P.C. Dodd jumps to attention from a sitting position at the foot of a staircase. Then he sways and drops back down with a thump. "All right, lad." Skelgill approaches and puts a hand on his shoulder. "Sorry, sir. I'll be fine." "Tell us what you know, then." The young P.C. swallows. "Sir, no sign of the weapon. Alarm was raised by Mrs. Trigilgis about 3:15 a.m. She'd got into bed in the dark thinking her husband was asleep. Felt the damp, thought he'd been sick and switched on the light. Saw it was blood. Then all hell broke loose, and the whole lot of them came crowding into the room. It's a private party and it was still going strong. According to the wife, he'd gone to bed first, maybe about 2 a.m., taking the room key. He'd left this door to the corridor unlocked so she could get in. No sign of a forced entry or a struggle, but the French door onto the terrace was unlocked, and the small top window was open. Jewellery and a wallet lying in full view on the dresser. Couple of empty beer bottles. I had a quick look round outside. Nothing obvious and nobody about. No thefts reported from other rooms, sir." Skelgill, listening intently, nods his approval. "Good work, Dodd." He indicates back along the corridor. "Are these all the bedrooms?" "Not all, sir. There's 10 on this floor, and 10 more if you go up these stairs." He gestures over his shoulder. D.S. Jones is pushing at an unyielding fire escape door that faces the staircase.